Hey guys, Smart Finance here, and today we're going to be talking about the brand new Venmo Credit Card. I'm going to be giving you guys a brief overview of the card and who I think it is a good choice for. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the like button. It really helps grow the channel and attract more viewers to these videos. If you guys want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure to subscribe as well. So as many of you know, Venmo is a service that allows for peer-to-peer payments, essentially like using cash, but electronically. They do not charge any fees when you send money to a friend using your bank account or Venmo balance and make their money elsewhere. They have attracted a lot of younger people to the platform, and thus it makes sense why they would want to release a credit card. This card is currently available only to select Venmo customers, but in the coming months it will be available for anyone to apply. The card is going to be issued by Synchrony Bank, which for most people won't really mean anything, but it's good to keep in mind. Other examples of card issuers are Chase and American Express for context. Some people are not fans of Synchrony Bank, but if you want this card, that's who you're going to have to go with. They are known for offering a lot of store credit cards, so it does make sense that Venmo would work with them. Venmo is owned by PayPal, and PayPal does issue their credit cards through Synchrony Bank as well. In order to apply, you will have to have had a Venmo account for at least 30 days, ahead of time. In my mind, this is an attempt to attract more people onto the platform, as everyone who has a credit card will need a Venmo account. One thing I think is cool about the card is the physical design. While it does not really stand out as looking ultra premium or anything of that nature, it does have your own personal Venmo QR code on the card. Depending on how you use Venmo, this could be very helpful, as you will not have to take your phone out and open the app in order to allow someone to pay you. Having this code is really helpful when you are having someone pay you for the first time, or you are buying or selling something to someone who you are not friends with on Venmo. Maybe if you're buying or selling something on Facebook or Craigslist. I do not see this as a game changer by any means, but it is a feature that nobody else can offer with their credit card. Right now, Venmo is not offering any sort of intro bonus, which is fine as it seems like most people who will get this card will get it whether there is an intro bonus or not. More than likely, if we ever do see an intro bonus, it will be quite small. I would assume at max $50 to $100, similar to the Apple credit card, for some amount of spend. In my mind, waiting for an intro bonus for this card is not really worth it, unless you are intro bonus hunting, and that's the only reason you want the card at all. One of the hallmarks of this card is the simple way it's going to break down your monthly spending. Similar to how the Apple credit card displays spending in an effort to allow customers to get a better idea of their spending habits, Venmo seems to be doing a similar thing. This card offers a customizable reward structure in that the rewards you get are not completely set in stone. Every month you will be receiving 3% back in your largest spending category, 2% back in your second top spending category, and 1% back on everything else. These categories are transportation, travel, grocery, entertainment, dining and nightlife, bills and utilities, health and beauty, as well as gas. On face value, this does sound pretty good. 3% back is quite a competitive rewards rate for any credit card. However, once you look into the categories that you are allowed to get 3% back in, the value of the card does seem to decrease. As well, you are only able to get 2% and 3% cash back for up to $10,000 in spending per card member year. While this does not sound awful, this comes out to $833 in spending per month, which is not much, as most people do end up spending a lot more than this on their day-to-day expenses. Why do I say this? Well, these categories are pretty narrow and do leave a lot out. While the categories are not bad, and the grocery, gas, bills and utilities, as well as dining and nightlife may cover a lot of spending, they are not all-encompassing. Additionally, the other category, as listed, pretty much just means you can't get 2% or 3% back on any other categories. On first observation, I assumed it would be a category with a random assortment of categories that did not fit in the other groups that you would be able to get 3% back on. However, this was incorrect. A lot of other expenses will not fit in these categories as well. And this is just my first impression, but things like automotive repairs, which can be very expensive, as well as online shopping in places like Amazon, as well as a lot of other places, won't fit in these categories. And for example, on Amazon, you can sign up for the Amazon Prime Rewards Visa card, and you'll be getting 5% back on all Amazon purchases. Compared to 1% back with this card, there's really no reason to have this card. I see this card as being a decent everyday card for someone who is looking for a very simple card with no annual fee and may really not know that much about credit cards. The ease of it being connected to Venmo will attract a lot of customers, just as the Venmo debit card did. And for a lot of people who are used to a debit card, getting 1, 2, or even 3% cash back will be a great increase in rewards. The ability to only have one card for all spending will also be attractive and simple. However, for those who are more familiar with credit cards, this will not be a game changer. The problem with this card is that while in one category you will be getting 3% back in a given month, In one, you will only be earning 2% back, and in all others, you will only be earning 1% back. This is not a competitive card by any stretch, hence why I'm not sure if I would really suggest it to anyone that is trying to get the best value that they possibly can. So I really see one good strategy with this card, and that would be making use of it for only one category of spending each month. This would work best in conjunction with other cards. Having this card along with something like the City Double Cash card, which will get you 2% back on all purchase no matter the category, and the Chase Freedom Flex, which will get you 5% and 3% back on various categories, would be great. In this sort of setup, you would use the Venmo card for a single category, like bills and utilities, that none of your other cards would cover, and that is a high spending category each month, and thus the 3% back for this category would be very competitive. You would use your Chase Freedom Flex card for their 5% back on their quarterly rotating category, 5% back on travel, 3% back on dining, 3% back on drugstore purchases, and 5% back on their first year at grocery stores. Then you would use your City Double Cash card to get 2% back on all other purchases. In my mind, this would be a great way to get the best value in terms of your possible cash back out of this card while not going crazy in terms of having 10 or 20 credit cards. However, I think for a lot of people this is going to end up being their only credit card. Just because of the ease of getting one and the fact that it is coming from Venmo, a service that many people already use, as well as the fact that the reward structure is slightly confusing on face value, I see how many people could have a less realistic idea of what the rewards are until they really look into it. What do you guys think about the Venmo credit card? Will it be a hit? Do you see yourself making use of this card by itself or in conjunction with other cards? Let me know all of your thoughts down below. And make sure to like the video and subscribe for more credit card and finance content in the future.